All right, we are 10 days away from the Texas primaries. Early voting is underway right now, but if you want a mail-in ballot, today is the deadline to get it. That is across the area. As Chris Saudige reports, a number of ballots are getting bounced back.
Voting by mail became popular during the pandemic, and if you plan on doing so for this primary, there's some important things you need to know, including a big deadline today, because today is the last day that you can send in your application to vote by mail. Now, that's not the actual ballot, but rather the application to receive a ballot. And it must be received at your county elections office by the end of the day, not simply postmarked. So if you're worried about it arriving on time, you can hand deliver it to your county election office. In Texas, you'll have to meet one of these criteria to qualify: be over the age of 65 on election day, have a sickness or disability that prevents you from voting in person, be in jail, be outside the county during early voting and election day, or expecting to give birth within 3 weeks of election day before or after. We've heard about a few issues already with the mail-in voting process. Dallas County said they've rejected about 28% of applications, and last month, Tarrant County said they were rejecting around 40% because of missing ID numbers or errors on the application. And we told you earlier this week about the Dan Patrick campaign sending out pre-filled applications to voters, but the instructions said to mail the ballots to the Secretary of State's office instead of the voters' county elections office. Now, that's causing a delay because now the Secretary of State has to get those applications to the intended county. Patrick's campaign said they put that on there to mail it to the Secretary of State's office because they said some Republican voters have suspicions of elections office in blue counties. Now, if you want to make sure your application does not get rejected, make sure it is filled out completely with all the correct information, and also make sure that your ID number matches the same number that is on your voter registration card. I'm Chris Saudige. Now back to you.
And before you go to the polls, we've got everything you need to know, from what's what on the ballot to what to bring with you when you vote. Just head to WFAA.com.